There are 12 specific things you can do with money that most personal finance content will never touch. Not because they don't work, because they're not glamorous enough to go viral. No one makes a thumbnail about calling your internet provider. No one goes viral explaining grace periods. These moves are quiet, a little boring, and they will save you somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 a year without changing your income by a single dollar. Marcus is 31, marketing manager in Raleigh, makes $62,000 a year, does most things right. Not buying things he cannot afford, not carrying credit card debt, but leaving roughly $380 on the table every single month across 12 categories he either does not know about or keeps meaning to deal with. $4,500 a year, just sitting there. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where it goes and how to stop it. Let's start with the one that sounds the most backwards. Number 1, pay yourself before you pay anyone else. Automatically, today. Most people treat saving like a reward. You pay rent, utilities, groceries, fill up the tank, and whatever is left at the end of the month, that is what you save. Except nothing is ever left. The month expands to fill whatever money is available, and you end up saving $0 while feeling vaguely responsible the entire time. Marcus did this for 3 years. 3 years of checking his account on the 28th and watching the math not work out. The month always had a reason. A birthday dinner, a car thing, a thing that just came up. The mechanic the day your paycheck hits a fixed amount moves automatically to a high-yield savings account before you ever see it. Not after bills, not after groceries, first. $200 moved automatically beats $500 you intended to move manually because the intention never survives contact with the month. Marcus set this up in 11 minutes on a Sunday, has not touched it in 8 months. The decision was already made. Discipline no longer required. Now, paying yourself first redirects your own money. The next move is about spending someone else's money for free while yours sits earning interest. Number 2, use your credit card's grace period as a free 30-day loan. One requirement before this works, you need the savings buffer from number 1 already in place. Without it, skip this and come back. The mechanic the day your paycheck lands, everything moves to your high-yield savings account. For the entire month, every purchase goes on a credit card with a full grace period. At the end of the billing cycle, you pay the full statement balance. Not the minimum, the full amount. Every time. What just happened? Your money sat in savings earning 4 to 5% interest for 30 days while you lived on the bank's money for free. On a $3,000 monthly spend, that is roughly $12 to $15 a month you would not have otherwise earned. You also collected cash back on every purchase and built your credit score through consistent, on-time payments. 2 rules: never spend more on the card than you have in savings. Never carry a balance. One missed full payment erases months of gains instantly. Marcus has been running this for 4 months. Credit score up 31 points. He considers this an acceptable outcome for 0 additional effort. If the float sounds like too much mental tracking, the next move runs completely in the background. Set it up once. It pays you indefinitely. Number 3, stop leaving your bank's rewards program unopened. Most people pick a bank account the way they pick a phone plan. Sign up once, never look at it again. Assume the deal is reasonable because nothing has gone obviously wrong. This is an expensive assumption. Premium checking programs at most major banks come with a tiered reward structure the average account holder never activates. Higher cashback, partner discounts, waived fees, ATM reimbursements. The bank built these into your account. You are already paying for access. You are just not claiming what is there. 3 ways to qualify for premium tier: maintain a minimum balance of $10,000 to $25,000, meet a monthly spend threshold of $2,000 to $3,000, or pay a flat monthly fee of $15 to $25. Before paying that fee, calculate whether the cashback differential plus partner discounts plus waived ATM fees exceeds $25 monthly. If yes, the fee pays for itself. Marcus logged into his bank's rewards portal for the first time 8 months ago. 12% back at a pharmacy he visits monthly. 8% at a gas station 2 blocks from his apartment. His estimate for the year, $900 in value, he was already qualified to receive and never claimed. Your bank's rewards page is not advertising. It is money you have already earned access to. Now, that required 20 minutes and a login. The next move requires nothing from you at all. The company trying to keep your money does all the work. Number 4, use the cancellation bluff on every subscription you have. Every major subscription service has a retention team. Their entire job is to stop you from leaving. They have discount offers, free months, and plan downgrades that are never advertised publicly. These offers do not exist until you try to leave. The moment you initiate a cancellation, you become the most valuable customer in the building. The mechanic pull up your last 2 bank statements and write down every recurring charge. For each one you actually use, go to the cancellation page and begin the process. Do not call. Use the app or website so the retention offer appears automatically. In most cases, before the cancellation completes, a discount appears. Accept it, restart at the lower rate, set a calendar reminder 6 months out to repeat. Marcus did this across 7 subscriptions in one afternoon. 2, he cancelled entirely because the retention offer made him realize he had not opened either app in 4 months. 3 came back at reduced rates. 1 offered 3 free months to stay. 40 minutes of work, $310 saved annually. One important nuance, the offer triggers only when the service believes you are actually leaving. Hesitate or ask for a better plan and it disappears. You have to be genuinely in the cancellation flow. Now, we have been optimizing what you already spend. The next 2 moves are about a category where Americans massively overpay, not because the system is complicated, but because of a belief installed in childhood and never examined. Number 5. Your generic medication is chemically identical to the branded version. The FDA requires generic drugs to contain the same active ingredient, the same dosage, and produce the same effect as the branded version. Bioequivalence is not a marketing claim. It is a federal approval standard. The difference between Advil and ibuprofen is the box, the font, and roughly 400% in price. GoodRx is a free app that shows real-time prices across every pharmacy within a mile of your location. Costco Pharmacy consistently comes in lowest. You do not need a Costco membership to use the pharmacy. Marcus's monthly allergy prescription, $63 branded at CVS. $7 generic at Costco with GoodRx. Same molecule, different packaging. He found this out by asking the pharmacist a single question. Is there a generic available for this? That question is free. Ask it every time. If paying for the box instead of the pill does not make sense at the pharmacy, why do we do the exact same thing at the grocery store? Number 6. Buy household staples in bulk once and stop thinking about them. Laundry detergent, dish soap, paper towels, oats, rice. These are not exciting purchases. That is precisely the point. The unit price on a bulk purchase at Costco or Sam's Club runs 3 to 4 times cheaper than the same product in supermarket packaging. You are paying a premium for the convenience of buying less. The mechanic is not complicated. Buy a year's worth of non-perishable staples once. Store them. Stop buying them monthly at full price. Marcus bought a year's supply of laundry detergent in February. It is October. He has not thought about laundry detergent once since February. That is the actual value, not just the $40 saved, but the complete elimination of a recurring decision. One caveat, this requires available cash up front. Spending $200 at once to save $400 over the year is only possible if you have the $200, which is why number 1 comes first. Those 2 moves saved Marcus maybe $40 a month. The next 4 are where the real money is, and almost nobody uses them. Number 7, find the hotel on the app, then book directly with the hotel. Every hotel listed on ExpediaBooking.com or Hotels.com is paying that platform 15 to 25% commission to appear there. That commission does not come out of the hotel's margin. It gets built into the rate you see on screen. You are funding the middleman every time you book through an aggregator. The mechanic used the aggregator to find the property and the dates. Then go directly to the hotel's website or call the front desk and ask for their best available rate. Most major chains have a best rate guarantee and will match or beat the aggregator price, often with breakfast, parking, or a room upgrade included as incentive. Marcus's last trip to Denver. Marriott on Expedia, $218 per night. Called the front desk directly, $189 plus complimentary parking. 11 minutes on the phone, saved $87 over 3 nights without changing a single plan. That required a phone call. The next move requires a conversation most people avoid, not because it is difficult, but because no one ever told them they were allowed to have it. Number 8, negotiate every recurring bill once a year. Cable companies, internet providers, and insurance carriers all have retention budgets. Money specifically set aside to keep you from leaving. You have probably never been told this. 5 bills most people renew automatically without question. Your internet bill, which went up last year and you accepted it. Your cable package, which includes channels you have never opened. Your car insurance, which renewed at a higher rate 3 years running. Your renters or home insurance, which you have not shopped since you signed the lease. And your cell phone plan, which has not changed since 2021, despite the market getting significantly cheaper. One call to his internet provider. Marcus said the word cancel was transferred immediately to the retention department. New rate, $41 less per month, $492 a year. The call took 19 minutes. The retention budget exists whether you call or not. The only question is whether someone else claims it. If you can move your internet bill down $40 by saying one word, why are we treating the next two categories, which involve significantly more money, as if they are fixed costs that cannot be touched? Number 9, your HSA is not a medical debit card. It is a retirement account. HSA stands for Health Savings Account. What it actually is, a retirement account the IRS built with triple tax advantages and then apparently forgot to put a catch on. Here is the triple benefit. Contributions go in pre-tax, reducing your taxable income dollar. The balance grows tax-free inside the account. Withdrawals for qualified medical expenses come out tax-free. No other account in the US tax code does all three. And after 65, you can withdraw for any reason at all, penalty-free, exactly like a traditional IRA. The 2025 contribution limit for a single person is $4,350. Most people with an HSA use it as a medical debit card. Pay a copay account, goes down, done. That is the most expensive way to use it. The correct mechanic: contribute the maximum, invest the balance in a low-cost index fund inside the account, and pay medical expenses out of pocket when possible. Let the balance compound untouched for decades. Marcus had an HSA for 2 years and used it as a debit card for every copay. Balance never exceeded $600. He has since maxed it, invested the balance, and stopped touching it for routine expenses. Same account, completely different outcome. The HSA requires changing how you use an account you already have. The next move requires even less. Your employer is holding free money and waiting for you to claim it. Number 10. If your employer matches your 401k and you are not at the match threshold, you are leaving free money on the table. There is one investment that guarantees a 100% return on day one, involves zero market risk on the initial contribution, and a significant portion of Americans with access to it are not fully using it. Employer match. If your company matches 50% of contributions up to 6% of salary, contributing 6% of $62,000 costs you $3,720 per year. Your employer adds $1,860 instantly. That is a 50% return before the market does anything. Nothing available to a retail investor comes close to that math on day one. Marcus contributed 3% for 2 years because he misread the enrollment form and thought that was the match threshold. He left $1,800 per year unclaimed for 24 months. $3,600 gone. He found out at a happy hour from a coworker who assumed everyone already knew. Log into your 401k portal this week, find the match formula, contribute exactly to the threshold at minimum. Everything above that is negotiable. Nothing below it is acceptable. The 401k match is free money your employer is holding for you. The next category is free money the IRS is holding for you. Same concept, slightly more paperwork. Number 11, the IRS will give you money back. They just require you to ask, in writing, with specific forms, by a date they chose, using software they did not build. 4 deductions most people in the 20 to 45 age bracket qualify for and never filed. Student loan interest deduction up to $2,500 deductible directly from your taxable income, even if you take the standard deduction. You do not need to itemize. Most people with student loans do not know this exists. Traditional IRA contribution deduction, contributions of up to $7,000 annually, reduce your taxable income dollar for dollar, depending on income level and whether you have a workplace retirement plan. Home office deduction. If you have any self-employment income, even a side project or freelance work, a portion of your housing costs becomes deductible. American Opportunity Tax Credit up to $2,500 if you or a dependent are taking any college courses. Marcus filed his own taxes for 6 years, using the standard deduction and nothing else. A friend looked at his return and found a student loan interest deduction and a home office deduction from occasional freelance work. Combined adjustment, $840. For work already done, just not filed correctly. The ceiling on optimization is real. Every move on this list has one. Number 12 is the only one that does not. Number 12, savings has a flaw. Income has no ceiling. Here is the uncomfortable math behind everything on this list. If you executed every single one of the 11 moves above perfectly automated savings, credit card, float bank rewards, subscription audit, generic drugs, bulk staples, direct booking, bill negotiation, HSA, full 401k match, every tax deduction, you would save roughly $4,500 per year. That is real money. That is also the ceiling. You cannot optimize your way past it. You cannot spend less than zero. But there is no equivalent limit on what you can earn. Every additional dollar of income runs through the same vehicles, the same HSA, the same 401k match that adds 50% to every dollar you contribute, the same high-yield savings account compounding in the background. The multiplier works in both directions. One salary negotiation, one freelance client, one promotion generates more value in a single year than 11 optimizations running simultaneously. The person who saved the insight behind this video put away the equivalent of $23,000 in 6 months, not by auditing subscriptions, by increasing his value as a specialist and adding income streams alongside his salary. The optimizations kept expenses flat. The income growth built actual capital. Use every move on this list, and then spend the same energy you used learning these 12 things on finding one way to earn more. Because the gap between what you earn and what you spend, that is the only number that actually matters. Marcus knows where his $4,500 was going. Some of it was going to a bank rewards portal he had never opened. Some to subscriptions that had retention offers waiting for him. Some to a 401k match threshold he had never hit. Some to an HSA he was using as a debit card. Some to a pharmacist question he had never thought to ask. None of it required a dramatic lifestyle change. None of it required earning more, spending less on things he valued, or following a budget spreadsheet he would abandon in 3 weeks. It required knowing where to look. You now know where to look. Start with number 1. Automate something today, even if the amount feels too small to matter. The system runs from there. Each move in this list builds on the one before it. The savings buffer enables the credit card float. The float builds the credit score. The credit score unlocks better rates on everything that follows. $4,500 a year, 12 moves, 1 afternoon to set most of them up, and then go find a way to earn more. Because the ceiling on saving is real, and the ceiling on earning is not.